Okay, announcements and presentations. Like Justice Wood said, we have a appointment for James Norton to the Hillcrest Board to the year 2023. Do I have a nomination for that?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. And we also have an appointment for Roy Smith till the year 2024.
Move to accept.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you guys, appreciate that.
Judge, you want to note those are reappointments, so.
Yes, sir. Yeah, these are reappointments, they're already serving on the board. Okay, new business. Appropriation.
Could we give Bob just a second to introduce his new associate at the chamber?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Mr. Justice. And to the court, I'd like to introduce Wilson Marseille. Wilson's a hometown boy here from Harrison, a Goblin at heart. Went to UCA, worked for a year in the Metro Little Rock area, and we're pleased to welcome him to the Chamber of Commerce as the Director of Investors and Marketing. He's going to do a great job for us, and I know many of you probably know him or his family, so help me welcome Wilson to the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, appropriation ordinance number 1. Appropriation ordinance to place funds in the correct jail account sponsored by Justice Snake.
Okay. I went down and did some figuring, and I've gave some figures on to everybody's desk. And I know that with me explaining it, maybe a little bit more receivable. If you'd like me to explain that, the numbers that I've written out, what I put beside them as far as cost. That is a breakdown. We don't have much to break down. There's not very many professionals to pay in this. There's bid, and architect fee, and the surveyor. And what I did look at is when the judge signed a contract, the printing, travel, and lodging, et cetera, was $40,000. And Mr. Emus said that he expected it in today's world, where he didn't have to print a lot of paper, to go down to $20,000. So I went between that number and picked that $30,000. And the owner contingency is any unexpected cost that we may experience. Now that, just because we appropriate this amount doesn't mean that we're going to spend this amount. But unless we want to continue to come back here once a month or once every 2 months and appropriate more money to pay funds, then I'd rather do it this way than other. Does anybody need me to go over the actual line items?
First, do we have a motion for him to read that?
Yes.
I make a motion for that.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Okay. I want to read this in its entirety. But be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Boone, State of Arkansas, an amendment to appropriation ordinance 2019-15 to be entitled. An amendment changing the annual budget for Boone County for the fiscal year 2019 and authorizing the county judge to administer such budget and for other purposes. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Boone County, Arkansas, Section 1, the following appropriation is made from the jail sales tax fund from 3499, the jail sales tax fund, $178,000 or $78,052.26. To line item 4001-0418-1004, county jail addition, personal contract labor, $178,052.26. This sum, $178,052.26, used to cover additional expenses other than construction. And from 4001-0418-1004, county jail addition, personal services contract labor, $72,597.06. 2, 4001-0418, 4006, County Jail Addition Capital Outlay Construction Progress, $72,597.06. This sum was used for non-construction expenses that should have came from 4001-0418-1004. And any provision of section of this amendment is held invalid by court of competent jurisdiction. Such invalidity shall not affect other provisions and sections of this ordinance. And to such end, the provisions and sections of this ordinance are declared to be certain. This amendment here enacted is an appropriation ordinance, and therefore is effective immediately. I move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion?
I have a question. Which of these numbers on your list are for the 72,597.06?
Well, on the breakdown list, Bobby, is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. Is it
Okay,
on
now
there?
how we got the $178,052.26 is the $105,455.20. Right down there at the bottom.
Mhm.
And then if you add that $72,596, you get the $178,052.
It's the future anticipated expense plus the expense we've already expended in that area, and that has to be a reimbursement. That's what kind of,
105 is the future.
Yeah. Bob, you see that over there on the left, the original reappropriated was 1.5. We paid out of that 1.5, the 72,597.
I understand that. But what I'm asking is what specifically is the 72,597
Oh.
paid for?
That's a fee that's already paid to the architect.
All the architect,
That's a fee that
All
was,
of that.
just the architect was paid $72,597.
committee meeting, you mentioned the architect and the surveyor and somebody else, so I thought there was 2 or 3 things being done for, maybe being paid.
Well,
They've already been paid that we're reimbursing that fund for.
well, their expected cost, the touch and surveying,
But that's in the
Architect.
future, so got listed here. So the 72,597 is all for the architect, only the architect.
yes, that's already been paid. But we're reimbursing the account that's been paid from.
That's what he's been
I
paid
understand
right there. Yeah. He's gonna give a little more of it.
it
There was
needed to
one
be,
thing that, what was it that they wasn't gonna be a charge for?
Okay. The civil engineer
Civil engineer.
isn't needed, so we're saving, I don't know what a civil engineer fee would be for that, but we are saving that cost. Could be significant, but
we had to create another line item for the personnel services of all these professionals. And the construction is out of another line item. We had paid it out of the construction, so we reimburse it to the construction and then created the personnel services line item.
I pretty much understand all of it from the committee meeting, but what I would like to see is for the ordinance to say exactly if we're paying the that's reimbursement for architect fee, 72,597. So I would like to see it say what that's for, rather than putting 72,597 over there for something that's already been spent. Just to me, it would be clearer to us, it'd be clearer to any of the public that wanted to look at it, to say reimbursement of architect expense, 72,597.06.
Sandy, is there any type of permanent record that's paid out of that fund and who it goes to, the special professionals that's hired in this?
No, ask that again, sorry.
Okay, this amount that we're appropriating, the 178,052, that's for special projects. That's for the engineer, the architect, the McCutcheon survey and everything else. That's the only thing that can be paid out of that. Right.
Out of that line item,
Right.
is any services other than actual construction
Right.
services?
And then the construction is totally by itself.
Is it totally by itself?
And we're reimbursing that amount to
Right.
total $1,756,004.
And I think to Do
Yes.
what?
Couldn't we put in parentheses, architect fees?
Architect fee, that's enough. 72,597.06. Contract services, contract labor, architect fee.
Are you talking about just doing that as establishing another line?
No. This is just in the ordinance
Just put the
to
wording.
explain better what that 72,000 is.
Non-construction, parentheses, architect, close parentheses.
So we're talking about amending the ordinance then?
Yes.
It would just be the parentheses after that, and say architect,
Non-construction, yeah.
architect fee, already paid, whatever, to show that that's, would that identify it, okay? Just some,
Right, that's all.
and,
That's all.
yeah, and all
funds
she
went.
would have to do. So you'd make the motion to
I'll
amend
make
it.
a motion, I'll move to amend this ordinance to say the sum was used for
Non-contract labor.
Yeah.
Non-construction and
the
parentheses.
sum is, well, why can't we say the sum is to reimburse the fund for the architect expenses?
Well, you've got the motion, you say what you want to say.
Well, let's say it right, so nobody has to
Okay.
question it again, that's what.
So do we have a motion to amend it?
I'm trying to make it right now, to move it. The sum is to reimburse.
How's that check made out, Sandy? How's that check made? Does it go specifically to him?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna know where it went anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
Bobby, we're gonna know where it goes. When it's gonna be made to him. Right?
Yeah,
Well, the check
that
is-
amount
check
is
is-
72,000.
read this
I
sheet
know
of
what
paper,
you're
you're
not
not
gonna
gonna know where it went.
I know what you're saying, I'm just saying.
I would just like to see us on all of our ordinances specify where the money is going when it's a short. We
So
can have
5
this-
years from now, somebody looks at it and they
Well,
know.
next week if you pull it up, or next month.
Okay, so-
We gotta go hunt it.
So what's your amendment then?
This sum was used for non-construction expenses or architect fees that should have come from 4001 or 418-1004.
Have we got a motion to have a second? to amend?
Okay, let's
To
read that.
be clear, after the expenses for architect, is that what you said?
This
Bobby?
sum was used for non-construction expenses of architect fees that should have come from 4001. After expenses, just add of architect fees.
Okay, down there, that's already in the parentheses there. You're just.
Yes, in that area where the parentheses is.
Yeah, I got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passes.
That being an amendment, all we have to do is just change it on this.
It needs to now be a motion to pass this ordinance as amended.
And that, let's see,
I'd like to make a motion that we pass this ordinance as Bobby's comments amended.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call.
Rodney Sullins,
Yes.
Jim Harp,
Yes.
Ralph Quinn,
Yes.
James Wagner,
Yes.
David Thompson,
yes.
Jim Mylum,
Yes.
Glenn Redding,
Yes.
Roy Martin,
Yes.
Brian Snavely,
Yes?
Fred Wolf,
Yes.
Bobby Woods.
Yes.
Okay, appropriation passes. Okay, appropriation ordinance number 2, an appropriation ordinance to place funds from the sheriff and veterans offices for October, sponsored by Justice Redding.
Yeah, now Redding has to.
I had 3, Hart's got 2, I had 3 from the collector. I'm the one that's.
Jim's name on it.
It don't matter, it don't matter.
Okay, so Who wants it?
I'll
Why
do
do we
it.
do it?
Okay, Justice Hart.
Be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Boone, State of Arkansas. Oh, I move to read this through section 1.
Second.
It's very simple. It's just-
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
It's COVID reimbursement.
Okay.
fund. Be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Boone, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending the annual budget for Boone County for the fiscal year 2019, and authorizing the county judge to administer such budget and for other purposes. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of the County of Boone, State of Arkansas, section 1. The following appropriation shall be made from County General Fund 1,000 to 1,400,1009. Sheriff's Office Personal Services Health Insurance Matching, $114.87 to 1,800,1009. Veteran Services Personal Services Health Insurance Matching, $43.77. This sum, $158.64, is funds that were received for the months of August, September, and October from COBRA for previous employees who are continuing coverage with no new funds appropriated. I move for adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Jim Hart,
Yes.
Ralph Quinn,
Yes.
James Widener,
Yes.
David Thompson,
Yes.
Jim Island,
Yes.
Glenn Redding, Roy Martin,
Yes.
Brian Snavely,
Yes.
Fred Wool,
Yes.
Bobby Woods,
Yes.
Rodney Sullivan.
Yes.
Okay. Appropriation ordinance number 3, an appropriation ordinance to move funds from the collector's office, sponsored by Justice Reddy.
Make a motion to read this through title in section 1.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Boone, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance amending the annual budget for Boone County for the fiscal year 2019 and authorizing the county judge to administer such budget and for other purposes. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Boone County, Arkansas, section 1, the following appropriation is made from the county general fund number 1,000 to 1,000-0104-3097, collector miscellaneous tax refunds, $1,111.70. The sum, $1,111.70, is no new money. I move for adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ralph Quinn,
Yes.
James Widener,
Yes.
David Thompson,
Yes.
Jim Island,
Yes.
Glenn Redding,
Yes.
Roy Martin,
Yes.
Brian Snavely,
Yes.
Fred Wool,
Yes.
Bobby Woods,
Yes.
Rodney Sullivan,
Yes.
Jim Hart.
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance number 4, an ordinance for the Lead Hill Fire Department to collect fire dues through taxes paid to the Boone County Collector's Office, submitted by Justice Thompson.
Before I make a motion to read this, I'd just like to say that Herb O'Brien, our police chief at Lead Hill, is in attendance tonight. And I'd make a motion that we.
Fire chief. Second.
Did I say you was?
No, don't promote me. I've got enough headaches, David.
That might be a hero.
Maybe.
Put a rain gauge photo too, I got it longer. Anyway, I make a motion, we do the voice.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Okay. Whereas the Lead Hill Volunteer Fire Association Incorporated has made a request to the Quorum Court to place the fire department dues on the property tax statements as authorized by ACA 1420-108. Whereas the Lead Hill Volunteer Fire Association Incorporated submitted the request a petition filed with the county clerk and signed by registered voters in the Volunteer Fire Department District as authorized by 1420-108, as amended by Act 693 of 2015. Whereas the county clerk has determined that the number of signatures of registered voters in the subject fire district on the petition are sufficient. Whereas the Quorum Court shall adopt the ordinance attached to the petition submitted by the registered voters ACA 1420-108 as amended by Act 623 93 of 2015. Now therefore be it ordained and adopted that as provided by ACA 1420-108, as amended by Act 693 of 2015, the collector shall place the fire dues of the Lit Hill Volunteer Fire Department Association Incorporated on the property tax statements. A true and correct copy of this ordinance shall be published as required by law and effective 30 days following publication. I would move to adopt this.
Second.
Any discussion?
Do we have to do this 3 times for it to become? Okay, I'm curious about
Okay. Roll call?
James Widener,
Yes.
David Thompson,
Yes.
Jim Mylum,
Yes.
Glenn Redding,
Yes.
Roy Martin,
that. Yes.
Brian Snavely,
Yeah.
Fred Wolf,
Yes.
Bobby Woods,
Yes.
Rodney Sullins,
Yes.
Jim Hart,
Yes.
Ralph Quinn.
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance 5, an ordinance for the Hilltop Fire
I would
Department.
like to give our fire chief
Okay.
an opportunity to say,
My name's Herb O'Brien, Fire Chief Edville, not Police Chief.
we don't have police.
I'd like to thank David for sponsoring this. And like, as I went out through our fire district asking people, for their signatures, everybody was very receptive and they were all, giving us how much they thank the fire department stuff. But what I try to stress to them also, if it wasn't for your support and the community support, we would not be able to function as a fire department. So for myself, my fellow firefighters, the members of the Volunteer Fire Association for Lit Hill, I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for supporting this.
Thank you.
What you do.
And I can't remember Miss Penny at the Election Center. I cannot remember her last name, but I'm sorry.
Goodman.
Goodman, yes, Penny Goodman. She's been over backwards to help us get these certified. We kind of, as usual, drug her feet a little bit, but she really helped us out greatly on this. So again, thanks everybody very much for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Ordinance number 5, an ordinance for the Hilltop Fire Department to collect fire dues through tax paid at Boone County Collector's Office, submitted by Justice Hart.
This is exactly the same thing for Hilltop Fire Department. So I guess I'll read it. Whereas the Hilltop Volunteer Fire Association Incorporated has made a request.
I need a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay.
Whereas the Hilltop Volunteer Fire Association Incorporated has made a request to the Quorum Court to place the fire department dues on the property tax statement as authorized by ACA 1420-108. Whereas the Hilltop Volunteer Fire Association submitted with their request a petition filed with the county clerk and signed by registered voters in the Volunteer Fire Department District as authorized by ACA 1420-108 as amended by Act 693 of 2015. Whereas the county clerk has determined the number of signatures of registered voters in such a fire district on the petition are sufficient. Whereas the Quorum Court shall adopt the ordinance attached to the petition submitted by the registered voters, ACA 1420-108 is amended by Act 693 of 2015. Now therefore it is hereby ordained and adopted that is provided by AC 1420-108 is amended by Act 693 of 2015. The collector shall place the fire dues of the Hilltop Volunteer Fire Department on the property tax statements. A true and correct copy of this ordinance shall be published as required by law and effective 30 days following publication. I move for adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
David Thompson,
Yes.
Jim Mylum,
Yes.
Glenn Redding,
Yes.
Roy Martin,
Yes.
Brian Snavely, Fred Wolf,
Yes.
Bobby Woods,
Yes.
Rodney Sullins,
Yes.
Jim Hart,
Yes.
Ralph Quinn,
Yes.
James Widener.
Yes.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, Justice Widener was unable to attend the meeting, and I volunteered to take this, but it's from his district, and I think you need to take this matter.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
A resolution for the Omaha Rural Fire Association to apply for an Arkansas Rural Community Grant grant program. The grant funds will assist the Omaha Rural Fire Association in purchasing fire protection gear and apparel, sponsored by Justice Widener.
Oh,
I corrected it on mine.
I guess you're right.
do we not have to amend that?
No,
No.
not that.
I move we read this resolution.
I second that.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay.
Trying to get focused here. Be it resolved by the Quorum Court, County of Boone, State of Arkansas, a resolution entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge, Robert Hathaway, to apply for a grant on behalf of the Omaha Rural Fire Association. Whereas the Boone County Quorum Court has determined that the Omaha Fire Department meets eligibility requirements necessary to apply for a grant under the Arkansas Rural Community Grant Program. And whereas the Omaha Rural Fire Association community has presented plans to purchase the necessary fire protection and rescue equipment and apparel, and whereas the Quorum Court of Boone County recognizes the need for this project, concurs in its importance, and supports the Omaha Rural Fire Association community in its efforts to proceed with the same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Boone County and the County Judge of Boone County, Arkansas, is hereby authorized to submit an application of formal request to the Arkansas Economic Development Commission for the purpose of securing state grant funds in the amount of $48,744.40 to aid and assist the Omaha Rural Fire Association community in executing the proposed project described herein, and the county judge of Boone is further authorized to administer the grant funds of the same project.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, I think this passed just by a roll call vote. Motion passed. That a motion?
Yes.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, resolution passes. Do we have any comment from the public? Boy, we gotta get public comment.
The press get a copy of this, I find this very interesting. Jeff,
Yes, I gave you a copy of it.
This program is brought to you as a public service of KTKO Channel 8, Harrison.